You had 16 hits today, and I don't think that does justice to how hard you hit the ball.
You know, Tim, it doesn't. Like Danny Near-Eye, there were some balls that were absolutely stepped on, and we've talked about it. We all have talked about the extra base hit dimension to our offense has to show up if you're going to score in bunches. And, you know, there's days you're not going to accumulate that number of hits, but if you can mix in at least a third of them extra base hits, it gives you a chance to open it up and score because you're not going to string together 8 singles. So it's just a point of emphasis for us, which really revolves around pitch selection, less than 2 strikes. And you may get some mistakes with 2 strikes, but you need to be in the driver's seat any count less than 2 strikes and try to drive the ball. So we did that today. Now, we haven't done it consistently all year, but it was nice to see a steady stream of that. And, you know, some of the guys that came off the bench that are they're fighting to get a chance to play, and they're earning chances. You know, Ziska, I don't know how many home runs he has now, but that's not the first time he's done that. And Brady Gump's got some juice, and Joey Spence is going to factor into this thing before it's all said and done. Nick Jawair's a tough out. We got to get Spencer Myers going again. But I think really everybody that walked up there, for the most part, had a quality at bat, and the bulk of them had an extra base hit to show for it, so it was good.
I was talking to Coetzee about him using the whole field. He said you get on him sometimes to yank a little bit.
Yeah, he like good hitters in general, they think and work that way the other way, and he does that. But when the ball's on the inside half of the plate, there's times where that ball needs to be productively pulled. And we work on that with him because he gets so, putts too sometimes, they get so, I guess, determined to stay on the ball that's away from him, which is a good trait to have. But that ability to adjust, whether it's a fastball in or a secondary pitch that kind of hangs there for you to pull it, he's done a better job of that. And he has really hit some balls hard this year.
All of Coetzee's success here has been at the bottom of the order. I know that you... Are you tempted at all to move him up?
I think if you look back, there have been times we've tried it, and the lineup has rhythm for a certain reason, and when guys are doing well, you have to ask yourself sometimes, is it the right move to move people around? Am I thrilled with, you know, the top and the middle of the lineup? Not every day. I'm not thrilled with the bottom every day, but he seems to do well down in that 6, 7, 8 hole, and that's fine because he's lurking down there, and you're not just going to pitch to the bottom of the lineup and just go get him. Like, those guys can still hurt you. And Preisner, I know he didn't have a good day today, but he's had some things that have gone his way that have helped the program, and today wasn't the day, but that bottom, it's tough, and I'm okay with him down there, and I'm not in a hurry to try to move him around right now.
How comforting as a coach then to know you have 1 through 9 in the lineup that all can produce. That's got to be a good feeling to know that there's no weak spots really in your lineup right now.
Right. You want the opponent to feel like they never come up for air. The quality of the at bat, the base running, the defense. By the time the game's over, you just want to almost stifle them with everything you have. The bunt game, I know that didn't really factor in today, but it has. So you just try to stifle them with everything. So the lineup being what it is good. Now, we have to have DM or Spencer Myers, somebody from the left side, because we get a little right-handed heavy. So when you can mix DM, and I just put him in the 2-hole today, it opens up, you know, he's left-handed, it opens up that 4-hole for him, and he can run. So we do need somebody from the left side to contribute maybe a little bit more than we've had so far.
Dugout, he said you might see him punching himself in between innings.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he brought to the team, and when did you first see some of that edge?
I probably saw more of it in the preseason than in the fall. And don't ask me why. The fall, I think the guys are feeling their way through it a little bit, and you know, they know they're walking into an established team in that locker room with guys that have been here 3, 4, and 5 years. So I think he kind of came into his own in the preseason, and some of that's in Loftus. And we saw the velo start to tick up. We saw the slider get a little bit better, and the changeup became like a power. It's not just a deceptive speed pitch, it's a power pitch that has movement. So, I mean, I think he's done that before. But Austin Temple and McLinskey, I think they kind of found themselves here more in the preseason, where the fall seemed to be almost like get comfortable and feel your way through the 6 weeks that we actually practice.
What's it say?